Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing my LV purchase from Spain when I was in Europe. So if you know and you happen to follow me on Instagram, which if you haven't, go ahead and follow right here at @hellolux_. I shared my schedule. So today I'm going to be unboxing my newest purchase that I'm going to be making an updated VAT video. You know, when I made my initial VAT video about a little bit over, 6 months or more ago, I wasn't expecting it to get so much traction, but it actually has become one of my most popular videos. And I've gotten a lot of follow-up questions on customs or how do you pack. So I'm going to be doing an updated VAT, customs, international travel tips video, in addition to sharing the exact price of this bag in terms of what I got for my VAT refund. After that, I'm going to be doing a what's in my bag travel edition. So I'm going to be sharing the luxury bags that I brought with me on this trip, and I'll be showing you how I pack those, what I put in them, etc. So yeah, with all that being said, I hope that you guys will enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and let's get started. So a little bit of background about me is I'm really not an impulse purchaser at all. I really have to think very, very thoroughly about the purchase that I make. I have to watch tons of review videos. I have to go try it in store, and then I'll actually think about if I want to purchase it. A little bit more about me in case you guys haven't watched any of my previous videos. I have an engineering degree. I work a 9 to 5, and I really only treat myself when I have a promotion or like I get a bonus or there's actually a reason to. So you guys might have seen my Paris haul and are thinking like, well, like another purchase already. And yeah, so a little bit of background there in case you missed it in my Paris story time video. But I was actually supposed to go to that trip in December. It got pushed back until February because of COVID. So all of those purchases were actually intended to be made end of last year. So going to Europe this time in Spain was supposed to be my first Europe trip of 2022. But because I had bought so many things, I really wasn't looking to buy anything major. I did save a few $1,000s and I was looking to purchase a few things. So this LV bag, I was looking to purchase either a pair of Hermes, Laurent, or Loewe sandals, and they were completely sold out. But those, pretty much all I was looking for. Long story short, you're only seeing an LV unboxing because I was only able to get the LV. But yeah, I really set myself a budget. I didn't want to go over 2,000 euros. And with that type of budget, I really could only do LV or like maybe Dior. Those are the only two brands that I would say still are relatively cheaper in Europe compared to Chanel, which if you may not seen, they recently had a price increase which globalized or harmonized their prices. So even if you go to Europe, you're pretty much paying the same, plus or minus the taxes, versus LV, you are still saving a significant amount. So with all that being said, please subscribe down below if you guys want to stay in touch and, watch my next video, which will be diving into, the exact price of this bag and my VAT refund and some other general like Europe tips and tricks. But other than that, let's go ahead and let's get started. So I'm curious if any of you guys had any guesses. I feel like maybe looking at my last LV purchase, but at the same time, I think this one isn't a really common bag at all. Another thing is that LV changed their boxes. So they used to be, like a pull up and pull. But now they're sort of these type of pull out boxes. So let me pull it out. So that's one thing to note. It does make it really easy to fold though. As you can see, like it basically folds completely, into paper. But yeah, let us take it out. So dust bag is still the same. Any ideas based on the size? Let me go ahead and take it out. It is the LV Marelle. So the reason why I'm saying that some of you guys may have guessed this is because my last purchase, which was the Buci, was very reminiscent of this bag. So this is called the Marelle. There's also a Marelle tote, which I will insert a picture of. So this Marelle came out, I would say like maybe a year or so ago. It came out in this black. It came out in a sort of whitish, creamish color. And it came back in the exact same color that my Buci's in, which I will show you guys, which is sort of this like burnt orange, like caramelly color. And then, they did do some seasonal colors as well. They had like a yellow, they had a purple. I haven't seen those lately, but this has been released in a lot of different colors. So just to give you guys a quick overview of this bag, this is the front. What they're known for is this sort of key pocket right here that you can take in and out. And the LV is perforated right here. So, each bag comes with a contrast color pouch, and that's how the logo sort of appears. It's hooked on all on this chain, which you can, take out, which I will show you guys after. Back is really plain. And the leather of this is epi leather, which you can see that beautiful grain. Here is the bottom. And here is the width of the bag. Let me push this back a little bit more. This may look small, but I will actually show you guys, you know, this actually fits a lot. So let me pull this over, and then it comes with a top panel strap. So exactly like the Buci, the strap itself is made of cowhide, not epi. So it's a little bit softer, and I actually hooked this on backwards. But as you can see right there, it says Louis Vuitton Paris. Opening it up a bit. Inside is their microfiber. It might be hard to tell. I think it's showing up a little bit more brown, but this is actually their like pinkish color. And this one is made in France. I think it's a little bit blurry, but just one big pocket right there. And then other than that, you know, it's one big hole and you can just put whatever you want into it. I also wanted to show you guys that it does come with a really nice crossbody strap that is the same material as that top handle, which is that cowhide. All of this is silver hardware, and it all comes with, you know, the Louis Vuitton engraved in it. Really beautiful. And the great thing about this one is it is really adjustable. So again, Louis Vuitton right there, but I am about like 5'2", so I really like it, you know, when shoulder bags, or sorry, crossbody bags hit actually really high up on me. And this one is actually the perfect length, and you can see there's like so many more holes. So this bag, you know, you can really change it to however tall you are, or if you're trying to do crossbody versus off the shoulder. So this bag has a lot of flexibility there in terms of how you can wear it. I think it's also nice that you can essentially choose what you want to keep on the bag and what you want to keep off the bag. So if you knew you're just going for a night out and you didn't need a crossbody, you can just completely, you know, take off the crossbody and leave it at home. You don't need like two straps that are dangling off the bag. Showing you guys a little bit more about this pouch right here. Like I said, everything here you can sort of unclick and take out. So if you wanted a more like low-key look, you know, where you don't see the perforation, then you could just, you know, have this bag as is. So really, really versatile, and you could do a lot of things with it. In terms of this pouch, you could put it in any of your other bags, or if you just wanted to carry around, instead of hooking it onto a bag, you could hook it onto itself. And yeah, now you could just carry it on like this. And this is actually, you know, a pretty decent size. So it'll fit a few cars. As you can see, this stretches quite a bit, sort of that same microfiber lining. So yeah, this is pretty much all of the details of the bag. And now I will, you know, give you a little bit more idea about like the price and potentially what fits. So in terms of pricing, you guys may have heard that LV is planning to have a price increase pretty soon. They've already started to change some items here and there. This right now retails for $2,370. After tax where I am, which is about 10%, it'd be closer to about $2,600. In Spain and in, you know, Europe right now, this bag goes for 1,650 euros. And if you're keeping up with the news, you know, you might know that right now the euro to USD is a 1-to-1 conversion, meaning that not even without, you know, any other additional discounts or the VAT refund, I'm already saving basically $1,000. But again, to get an idea of the exact amount I actually got back from the VAT refund, keep it, you know, stay tuned for my next video where I will release that information. I brought out the Buci, which is the bag that I was referencing earlier for you guys. So this is the bag that I bought in Paris back in February. This one retails for 1,550 euros. So this one is $100 more expensive, but as you can see, very similar idea. So it's all epi leather, and then the strap is cowhide. The one big difference is this strap itself is what's adjustable. You don't have multiple straps, so this can be changed to, you know, crossbody or, you know, shoulder bags, etc. And again, I have a full review video, which I'll link ahead up at the top. But this is the bag that, you know, really made me love the idea of epi leather because it's just so durable. And at the time, you know, they actually didn't have the Buci, so I first bought the Marelle in Paris, and then I ended up exchanging it for the Buci because the Buci was what I really wanted. But this time around, I knew I wanted to go back and get the Marelle. So that's a little bit about how I stumbled upon this bag, but I think the Marelle and the Buci are some of LV's most underrated bags. And I pulled some items to give you an idea of what might fit. This is probably what I would carry on a day-to-day basis. So we have some items right here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put my wallet in first, which is this Chanel card holder. And I sort of just put everything, you know, directly in the middle. I don't really use the back compartment. So you can see it right there. I can stack on the coin purse / cash purse I have right behind it. I have a hand sanitizer. And what's interesting is, you know, all of this can actually stand up, which it really can't do in some of my other bags like the YSL Lulu or even the Buci. I have this Clarins lip oil, which I'll also put right there. I have a sort of, you know, any other lipstick or a chapstick. I have a car key, and as you can see, it's still really empty, so I could still fit a lot of stuff here. And if you're looking at it from the top, there's still a lot more room for me at the top to put something. So like sunglasses on top of my wallet or anything else like that. So this bag can actually really fit a great amount. And it's not that heavy either, which really allows you to, you know, continue to put whatever you need in terms of your daily essentials. All right, so in this portion of the video, I'm going to be going into Spain specific information because I did this for my Chanel and Louis Vuitton purchases when I was in Paris, and I went over the appointment system, how busy it is, how to get an essay, etc. And some of you guys found that really helpful. So I'm going to be doing the same now. If this was all you wanted to see, you just wanted to see the bag, you know, a little bit of, you know, what fits in it, then feel free to skip out. And I hope that I'll see you in my next video. But for everybody else, feel free to continue watching. So if you guys listened to my last video or maybe saw my Instagram, you guys know that I was doing 5 cities in 7 days in Spain, which is really not a lot of time. And going to Spain, my priority was not shopping at all. You know, I wanted to go to the museums, the beaches, look at the architecture. So I didn't even allocate, you know, any specific time to go shopping. I was just like, you know, if there's enough time, I'll just fit it in the pockets of, you know, available time. So it happened to be that Barcelona was our first city, and our flight actually landed about like 2 hours early. So and our hotel was right next to, you know, the shopping area. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. I was also really anxious about the, you know, price increases. So initially I was like, you know what, I will shop in my last city so I don't have to carry around anything that I buy. But I was like, okay, if there's a price increase coming soon, rather safe than sorry, let's get it on my first day if I have time. So that's what I did. So I went to the LV in Barcelona, and it was actually so packed. So I will, you know, share a picture right here. This was a weekday and the line was around the corner. And I can just imagine how, you know, long it would be during summer months or on a weekend. One other key thing to note is that shops are closed on Sunday, so please take that into account. But as you can see, line was really long. But thankfully, it did move relatively fast. But one thing that the store in Barcelona was doing in particular, which some other stores do here too, you wait in line, and when you actually get into the store, you aren't matched with an essay right away. They tell you, you know, just look around, you know, yourself, and then we'll pair you with an essay. So actually, you know, I probably waited in line for like 15 minutes. And then when I got into the store, I probably waited for another 10 minutes before I actually got paired with an essay and could make a purchase. So one thing to keep in mind there. I'll also attach this picture right here. But again, I would highly recommend you make a reservation if you know that you are going to go. I didn't make a reservation because, as I briefly mentioned earlier, I wasn't dedicating any time to shopping. I would just go during any, you know, free pockets of time I had. So yeah, you can either scan this QR code or just go onto the Louis Vuitton website and you'll be able to make an appointment, which I highly recommend. Again, if you know what time frame you're going. One thing that I did see about this store, which I did not see in Paris, is that, you know, let's say you forgot your passport because you were looking to get a VAT refund. They actually had like a whole section just for you to pick up your items that you couldn't the day before because you forgot to, you know, bring your passport. So it literally says like tax-free and pickups. So there was some, you know, actually like, I would say like a good group of people who are waiting in that area who were like, yeah, you know, I'm just here to show them my passport and get my VAT refund because I couldn't purchase it yesterday. So again, always still bring your passport with you because again, better safe than sorry. But I just thought it was interesting that they had an entire section dedicated to people who, you know, didn't bring their passport and that they were actually willing to hold the bags for you. I only went to the LV in Barcelona because, again, didn't really have much time. So once I knew that I already got what I wanted, I didn't really see the point in going to the LV store in Madrid. But there are definitely, you know, plenty of opportunities across the entirety of Spain for you to visit, you know, any store that you're interested in. One thing to know about Spain is they don't carry a lot of brands that I actually thought they would. So, for example, they don't carry Van Cleef & Arpels. They don't carry Manolo Blahnik, even though that was literally founded in Spain. So pretty interesting. So definitely check, you know, what stores you want to go to and see if they're actually available in Spain, and then try to make an appointment if you can. Another thing is, unlike Paris or unlike London, the airports don't really have any stores at all. So you're really going to need to do all of your shopping before you get to the airport. In terms of stock at Louis Vuitton, I would say they pretty much had everything. So, you know, I feel like it was just, you know, maybe like a few months ago where everything was out of stock. You know, the Buci was impossible to get, the Marelle was hard to get, you know, even a Neverfull, or the Pochette Métis, but they pretty much had everything. And I was looking at them pull out like drawers and drawers of SLGs. So I would say stock is really good. And again, you can use their website online to actually check what's in stock before you go, which I think is really helpful. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my entire video for Louis Vuitton in Spain and what I bought. So please let me know what you think of the Marelle. I think it's gorgeous, and please stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to be covering other tips and tricks in terms of how you can be saving money when you are shopping abroad. Let me know if you would want me to do a more dedicated video on the Marelle, or maybe like a Marelle versus Buci, since I don't think I've seen any of those. But other than that, please let me know if there's anything else you would like to see from me, and have a great rest of your day. Please subscribe down below, and please give this video a like. Bye.